Hello and welcome to Reinterpreting Chinese Classics. In this series, we will explain the whys, whens, and wherefores of classical Chinese quotations used by President Xi Jinping. In this episode, we will be explaining the phrase, "An educated gentleman cannot but be resolute and broad-minded, for he has taken up a heavy responsibility and has a long road ahead of him." Chinese President Xi Jinping quoted the sentence in a congratulatory letter to the opening of a conference of the All China Youth Federation and the All China Students Federation on July 24, 2015. This sentence derives from the Analects of Confucius, a collection of teachings and quotes by the ancient Chinese philosopher Confucius and his disciples more than 2,500 years ago. It is now often used to urge the youth to set high ambitions and achieve their goals with perseverance, for they bear great social responsibility and have a long way to go. In the congratulatory letter, Xi referred to this adage to drive home the point that the future of the Chinese nation and the well-being of the people hinge on how young people live up to their roles. On May 4th, 1919, young people staged huge protests in Beijing against the warlord government's response to an international treaty that undermines China's sovereignty in the aftermath of World War I, sparking an anti-imperialist, anti-feudal revolutionary movement. For more than a century, the May 4th spirit of patriotism has inspired generations of young people to pursue the rejuvenation of their nation. During the Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games Beijing 2022, young Chinese athletes demonstrate their openness, inclusiveness, and passion while sending messages of solidarity and cooperation amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Also, in the fight against the pandemic, many young professionals have fulfilled their duties at the front line. They have proven themselves qualified to shoulder the responsibilities bestowed upon them. Today's younger generation lives in the most promising period of the Chinese nation, as it is closer than ever to turning national rejuvenation into a reality. In this new era, young people are blessed with rare opportunities to make things happen. They may have different goals and career choices, but only when they integrate their goals with those of the nation, advance with the times, and share the aspirations of the people, will they enjoy more fulfilling lives. Their path ahead is a long one, sometimes level, sometimes steep, sometimes smooth, sometimes rough, sometimes straight, sometimes winding. Faced with a complex and changing international landscape, they must differentiate between truth and falsehood, stick to the right path, and never blindly follow what others say or do. It is important to be guided by a correct worldview, outlook on life, and sense of values. As they go through hardships, they can understand what life entails and identify the true meaning and value of life and work. Young Chinese are expected to forge ahead against all difficulties and obstacles as brave and devoted pioneers and create miracles that will astonish the world.